You've been told a diamond is forever, but what they never said is who that forever actually benefits. Let's get one thing straight. Most of what you think you know about diamonds is total BS. You've been told a diamond is forever. You've been told it's a sign of love, commitment, status. You've been told if you don't spend 3 months' salary, you don't really care about your partner. Where did that come from? Not tradition, not culture, not history. It came from a marketing campaign. De Beers invented it, literally. Back in the 1930s, they hired an ad agency and created a story. A diamond is forever. And just like that, they manufactured a culture. Before that, most engagement rings didn't even have diamonds. People proposed with rubies, sapphires, even plain bands. There was no rules about how much you had to spend. There was no 3 months salary myth. That came straight out of an ad man's mouth. And guess what? It worked brilliantly. De Beers didn't just sell diamonds, they sold pressure. They turned emotion into a high ticket purchase. They hijacked love and turned it into one of the most profitable manipulations in retail history. This wasn't a love story, it was a business plan. Now I'm going to let you into a little secret. Now diamonds aren't rare. They're just made to feel rare. How? By controlling the supply. Now for most of the 20th century, De Beers ran a monopoly over the global diamond market. At one point they controlled over 90% of all diamonds sold worldwide. And they just didn't dig them up and sell them, no, they stockpiled them. Mountains of rough diamonds sat in vaults just waiting, because the less they released, the more they could inflate prices. Supply down, price up. Textbook manipulation. And they didn't hide it either. They'd hold site sales, controlled diamond drops for selected buyers with fixed pricing and zero negotiation. If you didn't play the game, you didn't get invited back. Today, De Beers doesn't control as much as it used to, but the model hasn't changed. Big players still control the flow. When prices start to dip, they reduce supply. When diamond softens, they choke the tap until scarcity kicks in again. Someone's been in the trade for 35 years, I've seen it. It's not the free market, it's not supply and demand, it's a manipulated ecosystem dressed up in luxury and love stories. The average customer thinks they're buying something rare, but what they're actually buying is a tightly managed illusion. Let me try and explain something that most people don't really know. There was no real transparent market for diamonds, no price discovery, no open bidding, no stock exchange. What you've got instead is a list. It's called the Rapa price list, and it's treated like gospel in the diamond trade. Every week, Martin Rapa and his team release this spreadsheet of prices. They decide with a 1 carat G colour VS2 diamond is worth. They decide what the market should pay, and guess what? Nobody knows how they come up with these numbers. There's no public explanation, no live data behind it, it's just what they say it is. And here's the trick, dealers don't actually pay the Rapa prices, they buy at big discounts, 20, 30, even 40% off that list. But customers, they walk into a shop and told, that's the diamond, £5,000, buy it based on the price listing. So now you're paying full price on a fake retail anchor that was never really real to begin with. It's like trying to buy a car, but the price changes every Thursday and no one knows or can tell you exactly why. I've worked with diamonds for decades and even I have no idea how they come up with half those numbers. All I know is it works in favour of suppliers and retailers, not the customer. Worse still, if you try and sell your diamond later, that £5,000 stone you bought, you might get offered £1,500, or if it's on a really good day, £2,000. There's no resale market. No, it's not a liquid asset, and no one's lining up to buy second-hand diamonds at anything near retail. So when people ask me if they should invest in diamonds, I tell them straight, invest in something with a real market value. Diamonds, they're priced on emotions and controlled by a spreadsheet. Diamonds are not an investment, they never were, and anyone who tells you otherwise is either clueless or they're trying to sell you something. When people buy gold, they're buying an asset. There's global market, real-time pricing, it's liquid, you can sell it in minutes anywhere in the world. Diamonds, completely different story. The moment you buy a diamond, especially at retail price, you lose anywhere from 30 to 60% off its value. Why? Because there's no standard resale market, no public exchange, no competition driving prices back up. Try selling the diamond privately, good luck with that. And then try selling it to someone like a dealer or pawnbroker like myself. You'll be lucky to get half what you paid. It's a dead asset if you ever need quick cash. Now, a lot of people say, yeah, but if I buy a lab-grown diamond instead, I'll lose even more value. Now, let me be honest with you, you lose the same percentage on both. But with a lab-grown, you pay half the price to begin with. So which one makes sense? Neither is an investment. Buying a diamond, thinking you'll profit later, that's like buying a luxury car and hoping it'll hold its value. It's not going to happen. Buy a diamond because of what it means, because it symbolises something, because it looks stunning. But don't kid yourself, this isn't a financial benefit, it's a personal one. Now we're on the subject of lab-grown diamonds, you've probably heard all sorts of things about them. That they're fake, they're synthetic, they're not the same. Now let me explain a few of these for you. Lab-grown diamonds are real diamonds. Chemically, physically, optically, they are identical. Same sparkle, same structure, same stunning result. The only difference, they're made in a lab, not dug out of the ground with dodgy labour and environmental wreckage. And that's what terrifies the industry, because suddenly you can get a 1 carat lab grown diamond for 60% less than a mine one. Better quality, cleaner origin and the same wow factor. And you think that's not a threat? De Beers does, so much so that they launched their own lab grown brand, Lightbox. But they price it deliberately low to undermine the perceived value of lab growns altogether. Their whole play wasn't to sell, it was to protect their mine product margins. It's panic mode disguised as innovation. Why? Because if the public realises that they can get the same look, same emotion, same symbolism for half the cost without the baggage, the old game collapses. But my job is not here to try and convince you to buy a lab-grown diamond. We sell both in our stores, mined and lab, and I love both. But I just wanted to educate you and hopefully let you make your own mind up that you're buying a diamond for the right reasons. Lab-grown diamonds are a solid option. They're not the less than, they're the future, and only people calling them fake are the ones with too much to lose. I'm James at Blackwell Jewellers, and I've spent the last 35 years inside the jewellery industry. Please hit the subscribe button, it helps us make more videos like this. Thank you, look forward to speaking to you soon.